Today, we're exploring a counterintuitive strategy that just might change your love life. Have you ever noticed that the less you care, the more someone else seems to? What if giving up on a relationship makes you more desirable? Today, we explore a fascinating blend of contemporary relationship dynamics and traditional Stoic wisdom. In this video, we'll explain how to master the skill of strategic detachment to not only increase your appeal, but also improve your own peace of mind. Stoicism teaches us the value of emotional independence and focusing on our own growth, suggesting that sometimes the less we chase after external validation, the more it comes to us. This idea may seem counterintuitive, but research and anecdotes alike suggest that those who play hard to get often find themselves pursued. Please stay tuned as we investigate whether adopting this Stoic attitude to relationships might result in better personal outcomes. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more interesting information on the intersection between ancient philosophy and contemporary issues. Presently, the first step in letting her know you have other priorities is to demonstrate your independence. One of the main tenets of Stoicism is to focus on what you can control and let go of what you cannot. Applying this to your relationships, especially with women, can greatly enhance your personal appeal rather than constantly seeking attention and validation, which can come across as needy or desperate. When you are not always available to her and occasionally ignore her, you are demonstrating that you are fully occupied with other fulfilling aspects of your life. When you concentrate on your hobbies, personal development and passions, you exhibit qualities of independence and self-sufficiency that are innately attractive to women. Consider a man who loves to climb mountains. He spends his weekends discovering new trails, honing his skills, and taking in the solitude and challenge of the outdoors. When he talks about these experiences, he doesn't just tell a story. He shows a life that is full and vibrant, whether or not she is there. This shows that he can take care of himself, which implies that he would be a supportive and balanced partner if the relationship develops high value. Men also demonstrate emotional fortitude by choosing carefully who and what they focus on. They don't abandon what they are doing when a woman shows interest. Instead, they stick to their commitments and priorities, creating a relationship based on respect and admiration. This is consistent with the Stoic philosophy of remaining strong and unfazed by praise from others. When done with the proper intentions, ignoring a woman shows maturity, confidence, and self-assurance, aspects that increase a man's appeal. It's not about manipulating, rather, it's about maintaining your inner strength and focus. By doing this, you project an air of mystery and challenge that can be very alluring. It's common for women to find greater attraction in men who possess a strong sense of purpose and are resistant to being influenced. Remember, the objective is not to diminish her significance, but rather to demonstrate your own worth and priorities in life. This harmony between independence and involvement can result in a more profound and meaningful relationship in which both partners value and respect one another's uniqueness. The second point is to stress the importance of time management. Ignoring a lady to some extent can demonstrate that you value your time highly and have many other priorities. This behavior exhibits a strong sense of value and self-respect, which may be highly enticing. Women are more likely to value someone who prioritizes their own wants and objectives than someone who is always available at all times. Imagine a situation where a woman approaches you while you're already involved in something important, like working on a project or hanging out with friends. Rather than putting everything on hold to answer her right away, you could politely tell her that you're currently busy but will get back to her later. By doing this, you demonstrate that you have obligations and a life of your own and aren't just waiting around for her call. This behavior shows the independence and self-reliance traits that high-value men possess. It also subtly shows that you are confident enough to wait for her to realize how important your time is, rather than putting her before everything else. By teaching her to respect your time, you earn her respect and admiration. Additionally, take into consideration a work-rated scenario. When she calls or texts you while you're working on a project that demands your whole attention, you decide to respond during a break or after finishing a big portion of the task. When you do reply, you can say, "I was in the middle of a project and wanted to give it my full attention. How can I help you now?" This not only demonstrates your commitment to your work, but also that you value your obligations over informal conversations. Utilizing the Stoic ideas. When you don't rush to please or show too much care, you maintain your inner peace and personal integrity. This approach not only makes you more attractive, but it also fosters a healthier, more balanced relationship where both parties value and respect each other's time and boundaries. Always remember that you are in control of your actions and responses. The next time you're tempted to drop everything for someone, remember your value and act accordingly. By doing this, you not only improve your self-respect, but also increase your attractiveness, which will ultimately lead to more meaningful and balanced relationships. Additionally, by appreciating your time, you set a standard for how others should treat you and become a man of substance who is not easily swayed or distracted. This strength of character is incredibly attractive and can lead women to chase you, realizing that they need to earn a place in your life rather than have it handed to them. Number 3, radiates assurance and confidence. In the world of Stoicism, confidence and self-assurance are among the most alluring attributes a man may have. These attributes are firmly anchored in a man's inner strength and comprehension of his own worth, rather than being only surface-level characteristics. A key tenet of Stoic philosophy, which emphasizes the significance of preserving inner peace and rationality, is that men of high value who practice the art of not caring about women are demonstrating their awareness of their own worth and their unwillingness to settle for anything less. This behavior signals that he has control over his emotions. Imagine a man named John, who embodies Stoic principles. He knows that his value comes from his own character and virtues, rather than from external validation, such as EX. When he meets a woman, he doesn't rush to win her approval or pursue her passion. Instead, he stays cool and collected, displaying patience and self-respect. John is aware that he is protecting his own honor and mental health by not worrying too much about winning her over. By choosing to disregard a woman who does not see his value, John is able to make deliberate decisions when it comes to dating. He is not influenced by transient feelings or shallow attractions, but rather assesses relationships based on mutual respect and similar ideals. He is patient and has a strong sense of dignity for himself. This behavior frequently draws women to follow him because of his confidence and the mystery surrounding him. He also sets boundaries and maintains discipline despite any limitations he may have, which creates an alluring aura that can make a man even more appealing to women. Women find John's unwavering commitment to his values and his inability to yield to outside demands to be quite appealing. These qualities essentially indicate that he is a man of subordination who is difficult to influence or manipulate. Stoicism emphasizes that genuine confidence originates from inside. A man becomes more attractive by default when he puts an end to his excessive concern for women and concentrates on developing his own virtues and emotional intelligence. Men captivate women, who radiate power, stability, and a deep sense of self-worth. By adopting Stoic ideals and placing a high value on inner serenity and self-respect, men can develop into captivating individuals who embody confidence and self-assurance in the journey of life and relationships to inspire admiration and attraction. When you do this, you'll find that not only do women chase after you, but you also experience a deeper sense of fulfillment and contentment in your own life. Let go of the need for external validation and instead concentrate on nurturing your own virtues. Number 4. Demonstrate independence. Psychologically, a woman may find you more interesting if she perceives that you're not overly involved or desperate to get her attention. This technique adds an air of mystery that can be very seductive. Appeals to our natural curiosity. When we don't get the reaction we're hoping for from someone, we tend to think that there must be more to their actions. Put another way, when someone we're attracted to seems to be ignoring us, we get more curious about why they could be acting that way. Imagine you're in a conversation with a woman who sends mixed signals instead of immediately responding or seeking her validation. Take a step back. This doesn't mean you should be rude or dismissive, but rather show that you have a life of your own and are not entirely focused on her by doing so. You communicate that you value your time and space, which can be very attractive. Observe her reaction if she starts seeking your attention or engaging with you more. It might indicate that your absence has sparked a newfound curiosity and interest in her. Ignoring her, in this case, could highlight your independence and self-assurance, making her feel like she has something valuable and intriguing to offer in return. This approach is deeply rooted in Stoic philosophy. The Stoics believed in focusing on what we can control and letting go of what we cannot. By not over-investigation, demonstrate a level of emotional maturity and strength. You're showing that your happiness and self-worth are not dependent on external factors, but come from within. To put it simply, when you stop caring so much about what a woman thinks or how she reacts, you gain power. This doesn't mean being indifferent or cold, but rather having a balanced approach to relationships. By valuing your independence, you naturally create a sense of respect and attraction. Women are drawn to self-assured, independent men, since it conveys that you are strong and capable. To apply Stoic ideas to your interactions with women, you must recognize the value of emotional stability and self-control. It's about controlling your own desires and not letting them control your behavior. When you show that you can remain calm and independent in the face of adversity, it indicates a deep inner strength. Remember that independence is not about being alone. Rather, it's about being emotionally stable and self-sufficient. It's about demonstrating that you have your own interests and goals in life, even though you're open to sharing them with someone special. This attitude is very attractive because it shows a mature and well-rounded person. The next time you find yourself unduly focused on attracting attention from women, remember the Stoic principle of independence. In order to be more attractive, you should seek her approval. You can also empower yourself to be your best self, embrace your inner strength, and let your independence show through. The fifth strategy is to create intrigue. When a man purposefully ignores a woman, he taps into her need to feel wanted and valued. This can cause her to feel more drawn to him. According to research, men who retain an air of mystery and are difficult to get close to are typically more attractive to women. A man who doesn't continuously seek her attention is demonstrating that he is independent and isn't needy for her approval. This is a clear example of Stoic teachings, which hold that a person's value is independent of external validation. For instance, consider the Stoic philosopher and Roman Emperor Marcus Aurelius. He believed that a man should focus on his duties and responsibilities rather than seeking praise or attention from others. Similarly, when a man refrains from constantly trying to win a woman's favor, he demonstrates that he has goals and a purpose in life that are independent of her validation. This behavior is attractive because it signals strength and self-assurance qualities that women find intriguing. Additionally, by keeping a little mystery, a man can revitalize a relationship that has grown dull by introducing an element of intrigue. This can pique a woman's interest and add excitement to their relationship. Consider it a means of maintaining the spark between you and a woman when she's unsure of what to anticipate. It keeps her interested and intrigued about his next move. In addition to teaching us the value of moderation and restraint, Stoic wisdom emphasizes the need to find the correct balance when generating intrigue. The idea is to be unpredictable in a measured way and demonstrate interest in love without making it your major emphasis. By doing this, you keep your own identity and principles, which are fundamental tenets of Stoicism. Ignoring her for an extended period of time could cause her to lose interest or feel ignored. Let's think about a real-world scenario. You and your partner have been in a relationship for a while, and things have started to feel routine. However, by taking occasional breaks and giving each other some space, you can bring back the excitement and anticipation in your relationship. This doesn't mean you become cold or withhold affection. Rather, you create moments of absence that make her miss you and value your presence more when you're together. This tactic can be especially useful in today's world, where constant communication is the norm, because by being unavailable, you stand out from the crowd and show that you have a life outside of your partner. Essentially, by using this strategy, you embody the Stoic ideal of being in control of your feelings and actions. The idea of activating a woman's pursuit instinct is a significant aspect of human interaction, especially in romantic pursuits. When you do this, you naturally create an aura of intrigue and confidence that draws others to you and makes them more eager to be a part of your life. Number 6. Activate her pursuit instinct. Remember, the goal is not to play games or manipulate, but to genuinely embrace a Stoic mindset where you find fulfillment within yourself. Though these primal drives have evolved, they still influence our subconscious behaviors when we encounter something new or desirable. A woman can be a powerful strategy to trigger this instinct, making her more attracted to you. This may seem counterintuitive, but it aligns with deeply ingrained behaviors in our evolutionary history. Our ancestors relied on the hunt and chase for survival and reproduction. This same approach may be used to attract women. For example, if someone texts or writes you frequently on social media, you might push her to get closer to you by putting some distance between you and kindling her chase instinct. It may seem gratifying at first, but after a while it may get overwhelming and boring, and you might even lose interest. This is a phenomena called intermittent reinforcement, in which we are more interested by unexpected rewards than by steady ones. Women often find this unpredictability intriguing and exciting, preferring it over a predictable, steady emotional connection. By maintaining your own emotional balance and not overly chasing after a woman, you not only protect your peace of mind, but also become more attractive to her. She starts to see you as a man with his own life interests and values, someone who is not desperate for her attention. Here's an illustration. Suppose you're always available for her, always agreeing to meet whenever she wants. While this might seem like a way to show your interest, it often backfires. She might start to take you for granted, assuming that you will always be there. However, if you focus on your own goals, hobbies and social life, and occasionally decline her invitations because you are genuinely busy, she will start to see you in a different light. She'll begin to wonder what you're up to and why you're not always available, which can make her more interested and invested in pursuing you. Think of it like this. Stoicism places a strong emphasis on keeping our inner tranquility and refusing to let outside events affect us. In conclusion, by stepping back and not always being available, you reclaim your power and demonstrate that your happiness does not solely depend on her attention. This activates a woman's pursued instinct and stops you from letting someone else's actions control your peace of mind. Being approachable is consistent with Stoic beliefs. It enhances your attractiveness while preserving your emotional stability and sense of self-respect. The secret is to keep your attention on your own life and allow her to approach you. By doing this, you'll develop an aura of mystery and independence, two very desirable qualities. In addition to being in line with Stoic knowledge, this strategy promotes a more harmonious and healthy dynamic in your relationships. Number 7. Stoicism prevents attention-seeking, as the wisdom of concentrating on what you can manage is. Above all, you have power over your own actions and thinking. You cannot influence the reactions of others. Like everyone else, women are drawn to men. These are some Stoic-inspired examples of how to ignore women effectively and tastefully, demonstrating self-control and confidence. Men who embody this principle are those who are confident, secure, and don't seek external validation. By not overly seeking a woman's approval, you convey that you are self-sufficient and content within yourself, which naturally makes you more attractive because it shows emotional resilience and strength. Don't linger after a conversation. Let's say you're having a conversation with a woman, whether it be light-hearted small talk or something more serious. As the conversation comes to an end, simply say goodbye and move on. Don't hang around hoping to talk to her again. This isn't rude. It's just a way of letting her know you don't need her approval or attention as much as others might. A Stoic man makes it obvious that he doesn't need anyone's approval to feel validated by showing that he cherishes his own time and respects others. Don't overtext. In today's digital age, texting is a common way to communicate and flirt. However, overtexting can come off as desperate and clingy, especially if you don't know the person. Well, if you're interested in a woman but haven't developed a deeper connection yet, send her a message, and every now and then, instead of bombarding her with texts throughout the day, this subtle approach aligns with Stoic principles of moderation and self-restraint. By not constantly seeking her attention, you pique her interest and show that you're not reliant on constant communication for your self-worth. Don't chase after physical contact. Physical affection is an important part of relationships, but it should be mutual and respectful. If you're having a conversation, it's fine to touch her arm for emphasis or hold hands if the relationship progresses. However, don't keep trying for hugs or kisses. If she's not ready, give her space and let her come closer when she feels comfortable. This demonstrates your self-control and respect for her boundaries, traits that are highly valued in Stoicism. By exercising patience and respect, you show that you're in control of your desires and actions, which is incredibly attractive. Stoicism emphasizes that real strength comes from mastering yourself and realizing what you can manage. By living by these values in your relationships with women, you may demonstrate this to them. You give off an air of assurance and security. Men who live up to their own ideals and ideas, rather than seeking approval from others, are more appealing to women. This strategy not only improves your appearance, but also enables you to form interactions that are more wholesome and courteous. Number 8. Build suspense in the relationship by withholding affection and attention. This leaves her wondering what you're thinking and feeling for her. And psychology says that uncertainty makes people question their feelings, which leads to more engaged relationships. It has been demonstrated that this kind of behavior, known as intermittent reinforcement, has a significant effect on relationships. Let's relate intermittent reinforcement to Stoicism. Stoics believed in retaining control over their emotions and wants, emphasizing the value of inner strength and self-sufficiency. Intermittent reinforcement happens when a person receives variable degrees of rewards for certain behaviors throughout time. This mindset not only strengthens your character, but also makes you more intriguing and less predictable. For example, let's say you are interested in a woman and spend a lot of time with her, engaging in deep conversations and showing genuine interest. The next day, you might focus on your own hobbies or spend time with friends, not giving her the same level of attention. This unpredictability keeps her guessing and wondering about your true feelings, which in turn increases her interest in you. Similarly, let's say you give her a sincere compliment one day, but refrain from doing so the next time you meet. This variation in your behavior creates a dynamic where she is eager to win your approval and attention, making her more aggressive. By not unduly focusing on a woman's response, the Stoic method teaches us to maintain composure and not let our feelings control our behavior. You keep your emotional equilibrium and exude confidence, which is appealing and can make her more. In conclusion, by putting Stoic principles into practice and engaging in intermittent reinforcement, you can create an exciting and engaging dynamic in your relationships. Remember that the key is to focus on your own inner strength and self-sufficiency, which in turn makes you more appealing and intriguing to others. This approach not only benefits you by keeping your emotions in check, but also makes you appear more stable and reliable, qualities that are highly attractive. 9 is the number. Develop emotional stability in the context of Stoicism. When it comes to relationships, especially with women, developing emotional stability is essential to leading a balanced and satisfying existence. By choosing to selectively ignore a lady, you demonstrate a great degree of emotional stability and self-control, which amplifies the potency of this principle. Consider the Stoic principle of being indifferent to external events and focusing instead on your inner state. This approach demonstrates that you are not readily swayed by external validation and that you keep a stable feeling of self-worth. You can show that your pleasure and sense of self are independent of other people, especially women, by displaying emotional resilience. Inner strength and self-reliance are highly appealing traits. For instance, let's say a woman is constantly pushing you or trying to get your attention. Rather than reacting to her advances or attempts to get you to react, keep your cool. This doesn't mean being cruel or cold. Rather, it means that you are not easily moved and that you will not allow her actions control how you respond. You exhibit emotional maturity and restraint. Another real-world example is in communication. If a woman is showing signs of indecision or is playing hard to get, don't react right away. Instead, take some time to consider your principles and act in accordance with them. This kind of measured response not only demonstrates your emotional stability, but also distinguishes you as someone who is grounded. And by living up to these Stoic ideals, one naturally exudes stability and confidence in oneself. Men who display these qualities are inherently attractive to women because they convey a solid foundation and the capacity to navigate life's ups and downs with grace. You become more attractive and fascinating when you give up worrying too much about getting approval and instead concentrate on developing your own inner strength. Recall that emotional stability is about maintaining your composure in the face of chaos, not about appearing detached or uncaring. It's about demonstrating your ability to remain composed in the face of adversity. This resilience is not only desirable, but also necessary for creating deep and lasting connections. In addition to improving your personal life, Stoic ideals and emotional stability create a dynamic that makes women naturally more drawn to you. They will regard you as a person of strength and dependability who is worthy of their time and attention. This strategy will not only increase your attractiveness, but also help you build more meaningful, genuine connections. We've learned some fascinating things today about the subtle power of strategic detachment and how it fits with the ancient Stoic wisdom. Keep in mind that concentrating on your own development, rather than obsessively seeking approval from others, can greatly increase your appeal and result in more genuine, respectful relationships. In contrast to being apathetic, it's about appreciating who you are and preserving your emotional independence, which ironically makes you more appealing to Stoic people. Thank you for joining us on this journey to explore how ancient philosophy can offer helpful advice for modern relationships. As you cultivate these virtues, you'll not only become more attractive in the eyes of others, but also find a deeper satisfaction in your own life. Maintain your composure and independence. Let the pursuit of self-improvement and internal peace be your guide, not the fleeting approval of others. If this video was insightful, please remember to like and share it. To ensure that you never miss out on our latest videos, please subscribe and hit the bell icon. If you're interested in learning more about the intersection of Stoicism and personal relationships, check out our recommended videos right here. Your participation helps us grow and continue to provide valuable content. Please leave a comment below with your thoughts or experiences related to today's topic. We love hearing from you and learning how these principles play out in your own lives. Grow more, go farther, and until the next time, never forget that investing in yourself is the best investment you can make.